Chosen one, nobody, and I mean nobody, thought you were going to make it through what just happened to you. They're sitting there right now, scratching their heads, trying to figure out how you're still here. But here's what they don't understand yet, and what I'm about to reveal to you in the next few minutes. You didn't survive that storm because you're lucky. You survived because you have something inside you that most people spend their entire lives searching for. Something so rare, so powerful that people are literally hunting for what you naturally possess. While you were fighting for your life, when the betrayals cut deep, when the losses felt insurmountable, when multiple disasters crashed into your world like waves against a cliff, something extraordinary was taking place behind the scenes. You thought you were just trying to survive. You thought you were just holding on by a thread. You thought you were weak, broken, maybe even forgotten by God. You were wrong about all of it. See, there are people right now who can't sleep at night because of what they witnessed during your storm. They saw something that shook them to their core. Every person who watched your storm unfold saw the same thing. Someone who should have been destroyed walking away stronger. Someone who should have been broken standing taller. Someone who should have been defeated emerging victorious. They're having conversations you're not supposed to hear. How did they bounce back from that? Why aren't they broken like they should be? What do they have that we don't? Some of these people weren't just watching your storm, they helped create it. They threw logs onto the fire, expecting to watch you burn. Instead, they watched you rise from ashes like a phoenix, and now they're terrified. Why terrified? Because they failed a test they didn't even know they were taking. A test that reveals everything about who you really are. Every single person who turned against you during your storm failed the same invisible examination. It's called the loyalty test, and it's not something you consciously administered. It's something the universe puts every person through when they get close to someone like you. Here's how it works. When a chosen one faces their darkest hour, everyone around them reveals their true nature. The fake friends show their true colors. The fair weather supporters disappear. The jealous ones celebrate in secret. The disloyal ones switch sides. Most people have never learned real loyalty because they were raised by people who didn't possess it themselves. They learned manipulation instead of faithfulness, survival tactics instead of standing firm, self-preservation instead of protection. Your storm wasn't random chaos destroying your life. It was the most sophisticated filtering system you've ever experienced, and what it was filtering out will blow your mind. God used that catastrophic event to surgically remove every person from your life who wasn't supposed to be there for your next level. Every betrayer, every fake friend, every energy vampire, every dream killer, they were systematically filtered out to make room for what's coming. Think about it. Who's still standing with you after the storm? Who remained loyal when it cost them something? Who supported you when it wasn't popular? Who defended you when you couldn't defend yourself? Those people were chosen to be part of your destiny. Everyone else, they disqualified themselves. The irony is devastating. The very trait everyone praised you for almost destroyed everything God had planned for your life. Your humility almost killed your destiny. I know that sounds impossible because everyone tells you to be humble, stay quiet, let your work speak for itself. But listen carefully. You can't whisper your way to your calling. You can't tiptoe into your purpose. You can't be silent and expect the universe to amplify your voice. While you were being humble and keeping your head down, other people were making moves. While you were being the bigger person, others were positioning themselves ahead of you. While you were waiting to be discovered, others were demanding to be seen. Your humility put you in the storm because you didn't speak up when you should have. You didn't defend yourself when you were attacked. You didn't claim your space when others tried to take it. That's changing now, because you possess something so rare that people literally hunt for it. And it's time you understood what makes you a target. You have abilities that people pay thousands of dollars trying to develop. You have intuition that cuts through deception like a laser through fog. You have spiritual discernment that terrifies those who operate in darkness. People don't attack what they're not threatened by. They don't conspire against someone who possesses nothing they want. The fact that you experienced what you experienced is actually proof of how powerful you are. You can read energy in a room before you fully enter it. You know when someone is lying before they finish their sentence. You sense betrayal before it manifests. You feel danger before it arrives. You recognize authentic people instantly. These aren't normal human abilities. These are chosen one gifts. While you were using these gifts to survive, something else was protecting you at levels you never even knew existed. There was an invisible war raging on your behalf that would blow your mind if you could witness it. Every plot against you was being dismantled before it could fully form. Every trap set for you was being turned around on those who set it. Every attack launched at you was being redirected back to its source. You didn't see it happening because you were focused on surviving the visible chaos, but divine intervention was operating at levels that would make military strategists jealous. Angels were moving, spiritual forces were activated, divine intelligence was outmaneuvering your enemies at every turn. This protection comes from something most people have forgotten about, a spiritual bloodline you inherited that explains everything about who you are. But before we dive into your spiritual heritage, there's something about you that drives your enemies absolutely crazy. You know how to be alone, you enjoy your own company, you pour into yourself instead of constantly needing validation from others. You're comfortable in your own space, with your own thoughts, building your own dreams. This is why so many of their attacks failed. You can't manipulate someone who doesn't need what you're offering. You can't control someone who's complete within themselves. You can't break someone who finds strength in solitude rather than depending on others for their sense of worth. People who attack others for being independent are usually people who are miserable in their own company. They're projecting their insecurities onto you because they can't imagine being as content as you are with yourself. Your comfort with solitude isn't random. It connects to spiritual maintenance most people never learn. Hold that thought. I need your full attention. This is bigger than anything you've heard today. We're revealing everything we know about personal power, how to heal yourself, heal others, and activate your divine mission. No filters, no fluff, no holding back. Each week on Zoom, we unlock the exact techniques that took us from controlled pawns to conscious creators. We've packed it with the occult codes we've gathered through years of real spiritual warfare and transformation. This is your invitation to join the Obsidian Inner Order, not just to access forbidden knowledge, but to amplify a global frequency that awakens other chosen ones. You're not just joining a call, you're stepping into a movement that's rewriting reality itself. It's a 360 career win for all of us. Link in description. The order awaits. Most people don't understand that maintaining spiritual power requires time alone. Real power needs silence. Divine connection needs disconnection from the chaos of other people's energy. You're not antisocial. You're protective of your peace. You're not difficult. You're selective about who gets access to your energy. You're not cold. You're careful about who you let into your sacred space. While others are constantly seeking external validation, you're strengthening your internal foundation. While they're collecting followers, you're collecting wisdom. While they're performing for applause, you're preparing for purpose. This spiritual discipline comes from a heritage most people have forgotten about. You come from a spiritual lineage of warriors, not physical fighters, strategic survivors, people who know how to outlast overwhelming odds, people who know how to win wars without throwing a single punch. This is why you have such a strong sense of justice. This is why you can't tolerate fake people. This is why you see through manipulation with X-ray vision. You inherited spiritual warfare abilities that most people don't even know exist. Your ancestors survived things that should have destroyed them. They overcame odds that should have been impossible. They built legacies from ashes. They turned pain into power. That same blood runs through your veins. Right now, while you're watching this, karma is moving against everyone who betrayed you. What's happening to them will shock you. Remember every person who turned their back on you during your storm, every person who kicked you when you were down, every person who celebrated what they thought was your downfall. Here's what's happening to them right now while you're rebuilding. Their money is disappearing. Their relationships are imploding. Their plans are backfiring. Their lies are being exposed. Their support systems are crumbling. Their mental peace is gone. This isn't because you're doing anything to them. This is because they went up against someone under divine protection, and the universe always balances the scales. You're watching it happen in real time, aren't you? Seeing how their lives are unraveling while yours is being restored. That's not coincidence. That's cosmic justice. But here's something that might surprise you. Some of what you went through was connected to your own past actions. The universe was balancing scales you didn't even know existed. Some of what you experienced wasn't just about other people's evil. It was about clearing your own karmic slate. Let's be honest, you weren't always on the right path. You weren't always the evolved person you are now. There were good people who came into your life that you didn't treat right. Partners who tried to help you grow that you took for granted. Opportunities you squandered. Bridges you burned when you were operating from a lower consciousness. When you first started becoming successful, maybe you went back to some people just to show them what they lost. Maybe you rubbed your success in faces that didn't need to see it. Maybe you opened doors that should have stayed closed. The storm you went through cleared that debt. It humbled you. It taught you that success without wisdom is dangerous. It showed you the difference between proving points and living purpose. Now that your karmic slate is clean, there's a temptation coming that could create new debt if you're not careful. I know you're tempted. I know you want to show them who they messed with. I know you want to rub their faces in their karma. I know you want to make them pay personally for what they put you through. This is the test. The old you would have gone back to flaunt your comeback. The old you would have opened doors that were meant to stay closed forever. The old you would have proved points that didn't need proving, but you're not the old you anymore. You're too blessed to be worried about revenge. You're too powerful to waste energy on payback. You're too close to your breakthrough to risk it all for temporary satisfaction. While they're plotting their next move against you, you should be building something that will make their jaws drop. The question is, will you choose elevation or retaliation? Something is shifting inside you. You're stepping into a level of spiritual authority that's going to shock everyone who thought they knew you. You're becoming what's called a high priestess, someone who knows everything, sees all moves before they're made, can't be surprised, can't be deceived, and can't be defeated because they operate with divine intelligence. Information flows to you now in ways that defy explanation. You know things before they happen. You sense people's intentions before they reveal them. You can feel the energy of situations before you encounter them. Your enemies are starting to realize they picked the wrong person to mess with. They're about to discover they've been fighting a war they can never win. Here's why their strategy is doomed. Imagine trying to go to war with someone who knows your every move before you make it. Imagine plotting against someone who can see your plans before you finish forming them. Imagine trying to surprise someone who's already 3 steps ahead of you. That's what your enemies are up against. While they're making moves in secret, you're being shown their moves in advance. While they think they're being clever, you're seeing exactly how their plans will backfire. While they're celebrating small victories, you're seeing their ultimate defeat. They're fighting with earthly weapons against someone with heavenly intelligence. The protection around you never sleeps, and it's about to be activated in ways that will leave your enemies speechless. Before we talk about the protection that never sleeps, there's something about you that your enemies are just beginning to understand, and it terrifies them. You know things before they happen. You sense people's intentions before they reveal them. You can feel the energy of a situation before you walk into it. You have dreams that turn out to be warnings. You get gut feelings that save you from disasters. This isn't coincidence. This isn't lucky guessing. This isn't even good intuition. This is divine communication flowing through a chosen one. While other people stumble through life blind to what's really happening, you're receiving direct downloads of information. While other people are guessing about what's happening around them, you're getting direct intelligence from the source. While other people are confused about who to trust, you're seeing people's true intentions with crystal clarity. While other people are walking into traps, you're being warned to avoid them. You don't need their names, you don't need their birth dates, you don't need their photos or personal information. All you need is to focus your spiritual radar on a situation, and the truth downloads directly into your consciousness. This is why your enemies move in secret. They know you can expose their plans before they fully form them. This is why they work behind your back. They understand that face to face, you'd see right through their deception. Your enemies are about to discover they've been fighting someone who operates with heavenly intelligence. The protection around you understands this generational warfare, and it never sleeps. While your enemies work behind your back, God is literally watching your back. Every move they make in darkness is being illuminated by divine light. Every trap they set in secret is being exposed by divine revelation. You don't have to worry about what you can't see, because someone who sees everything is fighting for you. You don't have to stress about plans you don't know about, because someone who knows all plans is defending you. This is why you sleep peacefully while they toss and turn. This is why you move confidently while they move in fear. This is why you can focus on your future while they're stuck dealing with the consequences of their past actions. Everything you've endured was preparing you for what's coming next. The expansion will happen faster than you think. There's a reason your breakthrough didn't happen before your storm. There's a reason you had to develop certain qualities before you could handle certain blessings. There's a reason the timing worked out exactly as it did. You needed to develop unshakable faith. You needed to discover gifts you didn't know you possessed. You needed to learn to trust divine guidance over human advice. You needed to become comfortable with being misunderstood by people who don't operate on your level. Now you're ready. People are searching for you right now. They don't know your name yet, but they're about to find you. Primpros. It's time to make the choice that will determine your entire future. You can continue operating in the humility that got you into trouble, or you can step into the confidence that will get you to your destiny. You can keep downplaying your transformation, or you can own the miracle of your survival. You can stay focused on the people who hurt you, or you can focus on the purpose that's calling you. The choice is yours, but understand this: what happened to you was a miracle, and miracles aren't given to ordinary people. The odds of surviving what you survived were astronomical. The probability of emerging stronger was practically zero. Yet here you are. You didn't just survive, you thrived. You didn't just bounce back, you launched forward. You didn't just emerge stronger, you emerged awakened to your true power. This is not normal human resilience. This is divine preservation of a chosen one. Your survival proves you're chosen for something greater than what tried to destroy you. Your comeback proves you're destined for something bigger than what tried to defeat you. Your comeback proves you're destined for something bigger than what tried to defeat you. Your comeback proves you're destined for something bigger than what tried to defeat you. Your faftamode, povtamode, disoftamoded in grouden for something founds posion deed with stumni. Your respik, begurd you didn't abode, povtamoded, disoftamoded in grouden, 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 disoft. Your strength proves you're called to something more powerful than what tried to break you. Now comes the moment of truth. Will you step into that calling, or will you let fear keep you playing small? Everything you endured was preparing you for a mission bigger than personal success. You were strengthened through struggle so you could help others navigate their storms. You were developed through difficulty so you could lift others who are drowning. There are people who need to hear your story, people who need to see that survival is possible. people who need to know that comebacks are real, people who need proof that God doesn't abandon his chosen ones. You're not just building a life, you're building a legacy. You're not just creating success, you're creating hope for others. You're not just overcoming obstacles, you're becoming a living example of what's possible. This is why you were preserved. This is why you were protected. This is why you were chosen. But stepping into this mission requires a strategy that protects what you've built. As you embrace your calling, new challenges will come. People who couldn't break you in your storm will try new tactics. People who couldn't stop your comeback will try to slow your momentum. Here's your new operating system. Don't react to everything. Not every attack deserves a response. Not every criticism needs a comeback. Not every move against you requires a counter-move. Your peace is more valuable than proving your point. Your progress is more important than putting people in their place. Your purpose is more powerful than your need for revenge. This strategy will attract something beautiful, the tribe you've been waiting for. While your enemies waste energy plotting, you should be channeling your focus into building something that will make their attacks irrelevant, your empire. Every minute you spend thinking about them is a minute stolen from your destiny. Every ounce of energy you waste on revenge is energy that could be building generational wealth. Every hour spent on social media battles is an hour that could be spent on business strategies. You have skills that people pay consultants thousands to develop. You have insights that could solve problems for millions. You have experiences that could inspire movements. You have wisdom that could change industries. The question is, will you use these gifts to build or to battle? While they're trying to tear you down, you should be building up. While they're focused on your past, you should be investing in your future. While they're creating drama, you should be creating streams of income. Start the business that's been calling your name. Make the investments that will compound over time. Develop the skills that will make you irreplaceable. Build the network that will open doors. Create the value that will demand recognition. When your success speaks, their noise becomes irrelevant. When your results shine, their opinions become meaningless. When your empire rises, their attacks become powerless. This business-building mindset attracts something beautiful, the tribe you've been waiting for. Before your true tribe arrives, let's address something your enemies love to attack, your appearance. Specifically, if you don't fit society's narrow definition of physical perfection, maybe you're carrying extra weight, maybe you haven't had cosmetic procedures, maybe you're natural in a world that celebrates artificial enhancement, maybe you prioritize spiritual development over physical transformation. They think they can shame you about your body. They think they can make you feel less worthy because you don't look like their plastic fantasies. They think your outer appearance diminishes your inner power. They're about to learn how wrong they are. Here's what they don't understand about why you look the way you do. You know where you're going. You know that everything they're judging you about is temporary and changeable. You know that when your financial breakthrough comes, you'll have enough resources to look however you want. But right now, your energy is focused on building your empire, not perfecting your image. Your time is invested in developing your gifts, not decorating your shell. Your money goes towards securing your future, not satisfying their expectations. They can laugh now, but they'll cry later when you have the resources to transform anything you want, while still possessing the spiritual power they'll never develop. The confidence you carry, regardless of their judgment, is what attracts your real tribe, chosen one. Your storm didn't just remove the wrong people, it made space for the right people to enter. While you were losing connections that weren't meant to last, you were gaining access to relationships that will change everything. Your new tribe is different. They don't need you to prove your worth. They recognize your value immediately. They don't need you to defend your calling. They support your mission automatically. They don't need you to explain your gifts. They celebrate your abilities naturally. These are the people who will help you build what you're called to create. These are the ones who will stand with you when the next level brings new challenges. These are your spiritual family. You'll recognize them by these unmistakable signs. They show up when you need them most. They speak life into your vision when others speak doubt. They protect your energy instead of draining it. They add value to your life instead of creating problems. They celebrate your wins instead of minimizing your success. When you find these people, hold on to them. When these people find you, make room for them. When this tribe comes together, watch miracles become normal. What's about to become possible will silence every voice that said you wouldn't make it. I need you to see something clearly. Your future is so bright that it's going to make everyone understand why you had to go through what you went through. Your success will be so undeniable that it will silence every voice that said you wouldn't make it. The business you're about to build, the lives you're about to change, the legacy you're about to create, the wealth you're about to generate, the influence you're about to have, the doors you're about to walk through. All of this was worth the storm. Everyone who walked away from you walked away from being part of something incredible. Everyone who betrayed you betrayed their chance to be connected to something powerful. Everyone who wrote you off wrote themselves out of a winning story. But here's the final choice that determines whether your storm becomes your setup or your setback. You're standing at the crossroads right now, chosen one. Path 1. Stay focused on the people who hurt you. Seek revenge for your past. Prove points to people who don't matter. Remain trapped in the story of what they did to you. Path 2. Focus on the purpose calling you. Build your future. Make progress toward goals that matter. Become the hero of your own story. This choice determines whether your storm was just something that happened to you, or whether it becomes the launching pad for everything you're meant to accomplish. The people meant to see your success will see it naturally. The people meant to regret their decisions will regret them automatically. The people meant to understand your value will understand it eventually. Your job isn't to make them see. Your job is to keep building. Remember where we started. Nobody thought you would survive that storm. Nobody expected you to bounce back. Nobody believed you had what it takes to overcome what tried to destroy you. They were wrong about everything. The storm is over. The test is passed. The filtering is complete. The preparation is finished. Your enemies thought they were ending your story, but they were actually just ending your preparation phase. They thought they were writing your conclusion, but they were actually just helping you transition to your next chapter. The best is yet to come, chosen one. And everyone who thought you wouldn't survive is about to see exactly what God can do with someone He has chosen to thrive. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your breakthrough is imminent. Welcome to your destiny.